talking about vitamin D.
Did you hear my voice clap 4 times? Grab your right ear, touch your nose, pat your head, and rub your belly. And let's direct all eyes back up front for part 2.
Yeah. Alright, so you're on vitamin D. You know, who's paying attention? Who can give me a quick summary of vitamin D?
Oh, I got you.
What's up?
So it's like, it's all about the bone, you know?
Yeah.
And then you get it from like stuff like milk, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then like stuff like,
Okay, see, we left off on sunlight. So in our bodies, we make something, we make like a substitute to vitamin D that is activated by the sun. So when our body, it's like steps. So we have step 1 through 9. Step 9, that is vitamin D. Our body can make it up to step 8. However, when we get the sun goes on our skin, it absorbs like the light, and then the light turns step 8 to step 9 so we can get vitamin D. So technically, no, it's not working. Technically, our body can create vitamin D, but we need sun. So that's cool. Alright, now we have vitamin E. E. So, that's the structure. Still looks super confusing. But vitamin E is important for cell health. So to make sure your cells don't overgrow or get damaged. Sometimes if your cells get damaged, the DNA gets damaged, it could lead to like diseases like cancer. So vitamin E is very important. So immune health is also very important in case you get like a fever, you get sick. You need it to help your body. It's also important for your skin, and it's also very important for your brain. So this one specifically is really good for your brain. So sometimes there's a lot of supplements that are like neural complexes that help you get rid of brain fog. Have you guys ever had brain fog where you're like trying to think and you just can't think?
yes,
Yeah. So
yeah, what makes you like what I'm thinking about.
okay.
Oh, Lord!
So
taking a test.
so brain fog is a very common thing, and sometimes making sure you're sharp in the mind. You take vitamin E to help your brain, so you make sure you're sharp and helps prevent any degenerative diseases with your brain. So you can find vitamin E, nuts and seeds, vegetable oils, and vegetables.
Can I get some minutes, please?
Alright, now we have vitamin B7. So, the function of vitamin B7, hair, skin, nail health. So, if you want to help grow your hair, make sure your skin looks nice, good nails, you take vitamin B7. It's also very important for your energy. It helps regulate your blood sugar levels. If your sugar is too high, you get something called diabetes, which is not good. So you make sure you take this so your body can regulate it. Also good for some though. So locations of biotin though is egg yolk, liver, and kidney for cow kidneys, nuts, seeds, and legumes. So the cool thing about not cool, but something unique about vitamin B7, the name is all actually called biotin. So egg yolks are actually a very high source of biotin. However, have you guys ever heard of powerlifters drinking egg yolk?
Oh yeah.
Drinking raw eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it provides a lot of protein for bodybuilders, but the issue with consuming it is that it has a lot of biotin, and if you go over your daily dosage, it actually causes hair loss. So having too much of vitamins and having too little is actually very bad. And there's what's up? Yeah.
So let's say you take painkillers and steroids and stuff like that. Would that lower your vitamins?
No, I think you're talking about hormones. It doesn't lower it, but it increases your testosterone. No, you could clarify.
Oh, okay. So let's say you take drugs or stuff like that.
Steroids? Are we talking about
Yeah,
steroids? Okay.
steroids, painkillers, etc.
Sure.
So that does that lower your vitamin D, A, C, D
No, but when you take certain things, it has the potential to interfere with how the vitamins affect our body. So there's a lot of adverse effects. So obviously, if you're taking too much biotin, it's gonna compete with the other vitamins that's supposed to promote hair growth. And since you take too much biotin is gonna make you lose your hair. So that's an important thing about vitamins. So try not to eat too much raw eggs.
Is that why they're all bald?
Oh my god.
That's exactly what I just said.
I don't know about that. But we're gonna move on. So why do we consume vitamins? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Why? Yeah, bro.
Well, because it keeps our body healthy, just like a lot of
Yes,
different parts of it.
So yeah. So vitamins are very important. I think we've established that. So now we were talking about earlier, what happens when we don't consume enough vitamins, right? So we're gonna go through this chart. So vitamin A is very important for vision. If you don't consume enough vitamin A, you lose your vision. So sometimes it doesn't cause blindness, but like your vision starts to go bad, right? Sometimes you see darkness and stuff like that. So vitamin B1 is also a variant of vitamin B. It causes a disease called beriberi. So beriberi is a disease where your body feels very weak and very fatigued all the time. Have you guys ever like ran a mile, you just feel tired all the time? So when you have vitamin B1 deficient, that's how you feel regardless of running or working out. You just feel like that all the time. So it's very important to be taking your vitamin B1.
And you never explain what to eat to get vitamin B1.
No, so this is just an example. There's like 12 vitamin Bs. There's vitamin B1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a bunch of different types of vitamin Bs. We're just kind of going through like some of them that cause it. The majority of vitamin Bs can be consumed through like a lot of fruits and vegetables. Most of your guys' daily meals do consume vitamins that are crucial. We're just gonna go through some of these. So vitamin C.
What about Cheetos?
Cheetos has carbs, cheese, so you can find cheese. Cheese is a dairy product, vitamin D. So, vitamin C causes a disease called scurvy. So scurvy is a disease where you start to bleed from your gums, which is like really gross, and your immune system is very weak, and you're very sick all the time. So that's actually really bad. So take vitamin C. Vitamin D, you get something called rickets. Rickets is when your bones are very brittle and your bones are very weak. So yeah, take vitamin D. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Right? Yeah, people because as people age, their bones start to get weaker, right? So you try to take as much, you take a good amount of vitamin D and maybe some other supplements to help compensate for that. And these are just three other ones are also like really important, but they're not the ones mentioned. We did mention calcium, important for your bone and your teeth. Your teeth are actually made of bone, so if you don't take enough calcium, your teeth start to deteriorate. So very important to be taking your calcium and your other vitamins. Iodine is also, iodine was not mentioned, but it's also a very important vitamin because it regulates something called the your thyroid, and it regulates these hormones. But if you have a deficiency in it, your gallbladder, I mean not your gallbladder, your apple atom, like it just starts to look.
You mean
Adam's apple, my bad. It looks really enlarged. Like, it looks like there's like a ball stuck in your throat. Yeah, so it's really bad. And iron, anemia. So, what's up? Iron, when you have low iron deficiency, you get very weak. So, that's it for that. And how much vitamin should be consumed? So, these are just a list. A lot of them are very small amounts, so 700 micrograms. To put into reference, 456 grams are in 1 pound. So if you're looking at a milligram, that's a very small amount, you know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be too difficult sometimes to get these vitamins, as long as you're like having a well-balanced meal with, proteins, vegetables, fruits, and stuff like that. So yeah, those are just some of the daily dosage and where we can find them. Now I want you guys to watch this. Yeah, what's up?
What about those kids' vitamins from Costco?
Yeah, so that's actually a great source. So
Yeah.
I don't take the kids one, but I have like a little capsule. It's multivitamins. So they're like gummies, right?
Yeah.
So I take these because they have the daily dosage of these gummies have all of these vitamins, and it pushes you to your daily limit at least, to go along with like the food that you consume every single day.
Hey Jacob, our natural sources of these vitamins, like through our food, broccoli, milk, they're better than the.
Oh yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Are all supplements like sometimes I heard like some vitamins you can take you eat them but your body doesn't really fully get the things that are inside of it.
Yeah. So certain vitamins complement each other. So there's a vitamin called vitamin B9, which is another vitamin we didn't touch upon. You need vitamin B9 to digest vitamin B12. So if you don't take them in complement to each other, you can't digest them and take its nutrients. So it's very important to be not just taking one specific vitamin, but be taking all of them at once. There's a quick video. How long is it?
If you know your family doesn't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and things too, Jacob, is it more important for them to take those daily vitamins and stuff?
Say it one more time?
Like let's say my family doesn't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables
Can we
and
get a vitamin ad?
Yeah, so honestly, like, the best thing you could do in that sense is just take your multivitamins. Like, my diet's pretty bad right now, you know, because I have to cook for myself. It's, you know, living by myself. So I can't really, you know, make sure I have everything, but I try to take my multivitamins every day.
AI assistant that perfectly planned.
It's a cool video.
Bro, that's not.
A, C, E, D, B, A. No, this isn't some random out-of-order alphabet.
Can you drop the
These
legs?
are
Oh, the B looks like
vitamins. And just like letters build words, they're the building blocks that keep the body running. Vitamins are organic compounds we need to ingest in small amounts to keep functioning. They're the body's builders, defenders, and maintenance workers, helping it to build muscle and bone, make use of nutrients, capture and use energy, and heal wounds. If you need convincing about vitamin value, just consider the plight of olden days sailors who had no access to vitamin-rich fresh produce. They got scurvy, but vitamin C, abundant in fruits and vegetables, was the simple antidote to this disease. While bacteria, fungi, and plants produce their own vitamins, our bodies can't, so we have to get them from other sources. So how does the body get vitamins from out there into here? That's dependent on the form these compounds take. Vitamins come in two types, lipid-soluble and water-soluble, and the difference between them determines how the body transports and stores vitamins, and gets rid of the excess. The water-solubles are vitamin C and B complex vitamins that are made up of 8 different types that each do something unique. These are dissolved in the watery parts of fruits, vegetables, and grains, meaning their passage through the body is relatively straightforward. Once inside the system, these foods are digested, and the vitamins within them are taken up directly by the bloodstream. Because blood plasma is water-based, water-soluble vitamins C and B have their transport cut out for them and can move around freely within the body. For lipid-soluble vitamins, dissolved in fat and found in foods like dairy, butter, and oils, this trip into the blood is a little more adventurous. These vitamins make it through the stomach and the intestine, where an acidic substance called bile flows in from the liver, breaking up the fat and preparing it for absorption through the intestinal wall. Because fat-soluble vitamins can't make use of the blood's watery nature, they need something else to move them around. And that comes from proteins that attach to the vitamins and act like couriers, transporting fat solubles into the blood and around the body. So this difference between water or fat-soluble vitamins determines how they get into the blood, but also how they're stored or ejected from the body. The system's ability to circulate water-soluble vitamins in the bloodstream so easily means that most of them can be passed out equally easily via the kidneys. Because of that, most water-soluble vitamins need to be replenished on a daily basis through the food we eat. But fat-soluble vitamins have staying power because they can be packed into the liver and in fat cells. The body treats these parts like a pantry, storing the vitamins there and rationing them out when needed, meaning we shouldn't overload on this type of vitamin because the body is generally well stocked. Once we've figured the logistics of transport and storage, the vitamins are left to do the work they came here to do in the first place. Some, like many of the B-complex vitamins, make up coenzymes, whose job it is to help enzymes release the energy from food. Other B vitamins then help the body to use that energy. From vitamin C, you get the ability to fight infection and make collagen, a kind of tissue that forms bones and teeth and heals wounds. Vitamin A helps make white blood cells, key in the body's defense, helps shape bones, and improves vision by keeping the cells of the eye in check. Vitamin D gathers calcium and phosphorus so we can make bones, and vitamin E works as an antioxidant, getting rid of elements in the body that can damage cells. Finally, from vitamin K, we score the ability to clot blood, since it helps make the proteins that do this job. Without this vitamin variety, humans face deficiencies that cause a range of problems, like fatigue, nerve damage, heart disorders, or diseases like rickets and scurvy. On the other hand, too much of any vitamin can cause toxicity in the body, so there goes the myth that loading yourself with supplements is a great idea. In reality, it's all about getting the balance right and hitting that vitamin jackpot.
Yes. I hope you guys learned a lot about vitamins. So, if we have time, I want you guys to, partner up with like someone next to you. I want you guys to partner with someone next to you and make out your shopping list. Huh? 3 is fine. 3? So,
Not across the room, just people who are sitting next to you. We're not running across the room finding friends.
I want you guys to, bring a piece of paper out, work with someone next to you, and try to, come up with different fruits and vegetables that are high in these certain vitamins. And I'm gonna write some of them on this board right here to help guide you guys. So think of specific fruits and vegetables, and I'm gonna write them.
Lights on.
And Nick,
That's good, thank you.